Hey guys, welcome back and welcome if this is your first time joining us. Thank you so much. It's been a while. Hey, for my people, I missed you honestly. How have you been? I've just been okay, just doing life out here. But now guys, hey, can you imagine depending on the Lambos and I don't show up out here? What will I eat? Huh? Hey, positive people in the comment section. What will I eat? Huh? Who has been feeding me while I was away? So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Kindly, before we continue, smash the like button down below and just check if you've subscribed, because as I always say, sometimes you watch someone and you later discover that what? I had not subscribed all along, you know. So kindly make sure to check that icon, make sure that you've subscribed and you've liked the video before we continue. So hey, by then I called myself on a meeting and I was like, what's up with me? Why? Hey, how dare me not show up when the streets are becoming interesting, you know, because the last time I was here, Mura was busy, huh? Showing grass and collecting leaves. So now I'm back, guys. I cannot miss the motion out here, you know. Now I was watching these people and I'm like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. We are about to depend on you, you know, to feed our lazy household. We are about to depend on you to feed our lazy household. So I'm your guest, guys. Let's start. Where do we start from? Hey, of course, the much awaited, you know, person. I'm talking about Madame Parasite, who acted the way she acted before, and I was like, how will she behave when she comes back? But before that, guys, what's up with that? Because I don't know this thing about her that whenever she's in the village, she finds the need to show us some things, honestly, because the last video, people are shouting in the comment section like, Madam P, you need to edit out some parts. We are not interested with your private. Yes, because that is what she was exposing. And I'm like, I don't know, I know we are supposed to be free in our homes, houses, but I was even, before you get bored and you're like, can you show us what you're talking about before you give your opinion? Maybe we should watch, then we come back and we share our opinions.
That's what's happening these days. I wanted to update you what is it that actually happened to me while we were in Nairobi. So basically I had a strong exhaustion, strong fatigue episode. I didn't even realize until I started to have those symptoms of dizziness and nausea and vomiting that lasted too long for what I'm used to, too long. So the thing is, 22 hours flying, I barely sleep. I'm someone very picky when it comes to sleeping. I need like a flat space, darkness, silence, things like that. Otherwise, I don't fall asleep deeply, to be honest. I don't fall asleep deeply. And it's so uncomfortable for me to sleep sitting in a chair. I need to be laying down. So yeah, it was very uncomfortable, you know. Economy class, the seats are quite small, not too much space. You cannot recline your chair very much. So
it's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. That's what it is, a disgrace.
Guys, I don't even know if I should be sharing or not, but I found it so weird, honestly, because to begin with, of course, you know, she edits her videos and she did edit that part, but I'm like, didn't you see that you're trying to show people what they're not interested to see? Clearly, because if you go to the comment section, people have a lot. If I get the time, I'll flash some of the comments, because people are like, what in the world is this? So I also share the same sentiments, but if you've been watching her for a while, you know that that's her trend. Whenever she comes from the village, I don't know, is she trying to excite Gitiriba and Mura's crew in that video? Because what's happening? It's not the only case, but for now we have a lot of, you know, juicy stuff to share out here. I'm not about to focus on that, because that's all she was doing, competing for content with Mura. Even so, at some point Mura was like, maybe you should show the inside part of the safari car and I'll show the outside part, because what else? You live in the same household with these travel commando. Is this still? He doesn't travel, so I don't know what we should call him. And you share the same content. What do you expect? I even saw someone I even saw some interesting comments. I don't want to focus on the comment section because I'll spend the entire day because people have a lot to say, you know. So that's what she was doing, competing for content, showing people what I just shared, which is so bizarre, honestly, because, you know, Madam P does not play around when it comes to being secretive. You know, she'll try and edit. But even after editing, she still showed us the Lambo's boyfriend, eh? the one that the one that is being hidden. Like, if you're a Kenyan, you know what I wanted to say. It's just being hidden.
In Argentina, they do, but this leg particularly.
Which I saw something interesting that Mura told the guy. I found that so weird. I don't know how you would feel about that, but I think I should share. I know I'm all over the place, but so that I don't forget, let me share that part.
Hey, big boss. I'm told somebody saw your face on my video. It's very hard. You know, this camera, like mine, it's like this. And how are you? You know, even Rocio yesterday, in the middle of the night, she found out that your face showed up at a moment. So we had to remove the entire video and recreate a new video. Sorry. So we are trying to negotiate with Sister D to see if she will just say okay. Okay. You know. Say hello to my viewers. I will stand here for you guys.
Hi viewers.
You know, the safest way to film is to stand with him here.
Yes.
How did you sleep?
So perfect.
I see you have something here. Mosquito bit you or what's going on?
No, that's just pimple, bro.
Oh, okay.
Guys, you can clearly, if you just know how to read the room, read someone, you can tell that he doesn't have a problem with people getting to see him in these videos. And you heard Mura say that Mura telling him that we are trying to talk to Lambo girl so that she can allow us to film you. I don't have to repeat this, but guys, you know me. I'm always out here like, if you date these people, make sure you open a channel and chop okra. Make sure you open a channel and eat of these people, because Lambo cannot be okay creating content out of his lower body. The legs, the arms, you know, the waist, and not the face, but she's not comfortable showing, you know, letting him do the same, because of course, you know, if if Lambo Girl was open for him to open a channel and, you know, eat off the clout, the fame in that household, eat off Lambo the way she's doing to him, of course you can tell that he doesn't have a problem with that. But Lambo Girl, but then I'm thinking, you know, I was trying to think about it. Let me know in the comment section. Let's talk about it. If you're watching while it premieres, let's talk about it, because I was like, either the guy is a YouTuber and Lambo Mwango does not want to share her subscribers. She's crazy, I'm telling you. Or maybe he has a scandalous life out of YouTube and she doesn't want people to figure out. Maybe, guys, anything is possible. Or maybe it's just too young. That is what I shared in the previous video, because guys, we've seen this guy from head to toe at this point, because as I told you, if you watched, or rather if you checked out my community post, I shared like both Mura and Madam P shared his details in terms of, you know, how he looks like, who he is, at least physically, which Lambo Girl has been hiding from the public. They just came to the village and chose, in Kenya we say violence. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just back. It's a new month, you know. I don't want trouble. So they came out and showed us who he is, you know. So what was I even saying? I'm still in my vacation, taking a break, involuntary, because the streets were because the streets were super boring and I had to. What else can I do when I depend on these people to feed my lazy nyash? So, guys, don't take that for what it is, because I always say this: you don't know us, do you? Positive people in the comment section, do you really know us? So, guys, this is what I was saying. Apparently, Mura and Madam P are so tired of Lambo's instructions, rules. You don't show his face while the guy does not have a problem with the face showing. Or guys, what did you get from the footage that I just shared? Because according to me, I feel like the guy does not have a problem with appearing on these streets. So, let me know. Let us talk about that. What do you think is the reason? Because even Lambo's audience are so pissed. Like, what is the point? If you don't want to, you know, make him public, why would you be so interested to show the legs, these parts and these parts? But in the long run, I'm like, who cares? Who cares to know who the guy is? Who cares to know the Muzungu? Guys, let me know what you think about that, because people are talking, and when I say people, I'm talking about Lambo's audience. They're like, we are tired of these games you're playing. And if I get the time, I'll flash the comments on the screen. But I honestly think that it's all about Lambo having a dark heart, a dark soul. Like, she doesn't want this guy to benefit. And as I said, I root for the people that let these people to open a channel and eat off the same people that are using them for content. That's my opinion, guys. Let me know what you think about that. So let's move to someone else. I'm telling you guys, it's a lot on these streets. A lot is happening, which we love, honestly. You know what I'm talking about. So let's talk about Senso himself. A lot. Where do I begin from? Because when I decided that the break is over, I had to watch like a lot of footages, and I'm like, what? So there was this time that they were going back to the village, which I think it was yesterday. Yeah, at least less than 24 hours or thereabouts. And they had this conversation in the car. Lambo girl was like, yeah, we have to appreciate Madam Parasite for raising the baby, this and that. And Mura had a very funny comment, very suspicious comment. This.
It's a blessing, and we really appreciate Rocio also for doing a very good job raising Maisha.
It's a command.
It's no joke.
Yeah, sometimes I go hard on her, telling her do this, but I hope she understands. I'm just trying to be a good dad.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
I have a lot to say about that. Number one, it's giving self-centered. What is it giving? Or maybe it's giving Madam P does not focus on the baby, and Mura has to push her so that the baby can get proper parenting. What does he mean? Guys, what does Mura mean? Because that is what he said. Yeah, Madam P sometimes gets pissed off because I push her. I'm just trying to be a good father. Like, what? Guys, of course, as I always say, a lot happens behind the scenes. You never know. Like, we just show up out here, we yap in our small corner, but you never know what goes on behind the scenes, and it cuts across these creators on the streets. Because for him to say that, I don't think it's an island comment. It comes from somewhere. Guys, what do you think? So, of course, I need to slow down, because nowadays monetization, or rather ads, require someone to talk slow, put a comma so that the ad comes there. If you're a creator, in the comment section, let me know, because I noticed that you need to pause. Where do you want the ad to be placed? So, having said that, I think that Madam P maybe do not give proper attention to the baby. What do you think? What did Mura mean? Guys, what did Mura mean when he said that he hopes Madam Parasite does not get offended whenever he gives directions, whenever he pushes her to do something for the betterment of the child, and he's just trying to be a good father. But going with the history, you know how they've been raising the child publicly according to what we've seen. I think she's honestly trying, because we've seen Mura leaving the baby in the house to cry, to soothe himself to sleep, throwing a pillow on his face. We've seen a lot that he's been doing out here. So for him to blame Madam P out here, I didn't know honestly what to conclude, because considering what we've seen Mura do to the baby, and also considering the fact that we never know for a fact what happens behind the scenes, you know, you cannot conclude in totality. You understand what I'm trying to say? But of course, we can always give our opinions, considering everything that is available to us. So let me know what you think about that. So something else that, of course, Mura's audience have always pleaded with Mura to stop doing, of course, you know, misbehaving on camera. You know, I'm talking about this because peeing on camera, because he did again, and this time was even worse because he was explaining what he was doing, how he was doing it. Let's watch, because it's messy out here.
Guys, we are going to the bathroom. We are going home, the whole group. That is our car over there. I have to be careful because my sister's boyfriend is here. I would have urinated on the camera, but you guys told me to stop those jokes, so I stopped. But it's a natural thing to do. It's not bad. So it's a natural thing to do. I don't know why people are afraid to show pee. No, it's very natural. Sometimes we human beings complicate life, and one day somebody will wash you naked when you go to heaven, or you'll go to hell, depending on your actions, you know. Oh my God, I'm just pushing. Pushing. Oh. Yeah.
Stop it. Get some help.
Guys, what the hell was that? Because of course, as you heard him, oh guys, I'm trying to push or something. What was that? Like, Mura can be too much sometimes, honestly. And I'm like, Mura, you came out here and apologized when you did that. I don't know if this is your first time watching. He did the same, even worse, when they were still in Latin America. You know, that's how he likes saying, you know, he wants to associate with the USA, South America, Latin America, Argentina. When he was in Argentina, that's what he did. And people came for him like we are adults. I'm not talking about how I feel. I'm talking about how his audience felt, you know, because at the end of the day, the customer is always right. Most of the times. So people, his audience came for him. He came out here apologizing to them, but he even came out here. But later, it was even worse. He came out here, did that, what I just shared, and I was like, Mura, it seems like whenever your audience come out here, you know, calling you out, I'm certain behind your mind you're like, shut up, I'll do whatever I want to do. So that was nasty, honestly, because initially I was like, this is his content. It's either you like it or you don't like it, and that is it, you know. I've always been like, people are coming for him, for what? Sometimes you have to watch a creator. You agree or disagree with what they do on their channels, but when I watched that part, I was like, Mura, you're nasty. It's one thing to show, but to explain, oh, now I'm pushing, like, nasty. So, guys, hey, it's a lot. So, of course, he came back to the villa and he was explaining to people, not even explaining, updating people. And he confirmed. Is this confirmation or is it a bombshell that he dropped, because this is what he said about the fish. Apparently the fish was poisoned by his close allies. But of course, he can do whatever he wants to do, but I found it hypocritical for him to be like, accidents happen, like he doesn't come for people, he will not blame the person that poisoned. It's a long story, but basically, just to summarize, apparently there is is it a liquid or a powder that he uses so that he can prevent the house, the villa, from being affected by moisture. Is it moisture or you know, because that place is a swampy place, and of course, you know, you build, if you're crazy enough to build on a swampy place, over time your house will have the molds. You know, you can even see water penetrating on your walls. And I even know this powder. There is a powder in form. I can't remember what he said, what he uses, but I know this powder that you use. I've forgotten the name, but basically that is the story behind the fish poisoning. So apparently this is what happened. I'm guessing maybe Gitiriba did, or Uncle Mo, or one of them. They took that powder that they used to prevent the house from being affected by the swamp, the water in that swampy area, and poured in the fish pond, and the fishes crashed. The fishes were oft, all of them. No, I think he said 99%. So that is what happened. I can't remember what we made out of that. I don't know if any reactor caught that, like it was poison from his close people. I don't know. I can't remember. Personally, I think I was like, it's negligence, which at the end of the day is negligence. How do you get something and you pour it in the fish pond?
There is something sad that really happened. I had some fish, okay? I think I told you in one of my live streams, I had some fish or fishes, I don't know if that word exists, which I was rearing here. Very expensive fish that I got from very far. Those fish died. So, and they died in an accident, I'll call it, you know. First,
in the fish pond, didn't you read the instructions? Like, really? Really? Didn't you check to confirm that it's not something that will harm the fish? You just go ahead, like you don't care, like you're not being careful, and you're dealing with, it's an investment, because the madness that he was doing to get whatever he was, you remember that time that he used to pump water from the stream, the village stream? A lot of things went into that, cementing. Yeah, it costed a lot. So for someone to be that negligent, that is not even my point, because who cares? Who cares about what they do? But at the end of the day, I was like, yeah, I have to let you know about that. If we didn't know, because I can't remember, guys, we come out here almost every single day, you know, to give our reactions. So I must have forgotten, but that is it. So that was it, guys, basically telling the son that now you know your father is rich. Yeah, the rich beggar of the country, of the world. That is what he told the son. Probably my son does not even know that the dad is rich.
Maisha. Baby Maisha, welcome home, Maisha.
Welcome home, baby Maisha.
Maisha.
Baby Maisha, welcome
Maisha
home.
does not know
Welcome
his
home.
dad is a rich dad.
Welcome home. Maisha. Karibu nyumbani.
Where?
And I was like, wow, what a comment. At least not from someone that always comes out here to beg people for even the slightest of things, you know. Guys, please, for my legal fees, so guys, for this, and guys. Because the last time that I watched him, he was out here telling people that we've not booked the flights. That is what we can tell you. We've not booked the flights. I don't know if you caught that, guys, but that was the major the latest activation of donations, because I was like, why would you come out here every single day to tell people that we've not booked the flights? What are you trying to tell people? Indirectly, what are you trying to tell people? That you need something, you need people to chop, Mura. Guys, I hope you've liked the video. You know, as you continue watching, make sure that you've liked the video and just confirm if you've subscribed. And I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, that was it for today. Thank you for the moderators of the day. Thank you for everyone that joined the live chats while it's premiering. I hope you stayed to this point where I'm thanking you. But even if you miss, of course, you know, I'm always grateful for the people that leave their comments in the comment section, smashes the like button, and you always in the live chat section whenever the video is premiering. Thank you so much for that. And just by watching without joining, good enough, you know, because I know most of you sometimes are always busy. You know, you might be having the video playing when you're doing something else, maybe in the kitchen, driving, which most of you have come to know that. Good enough. Thank you for that. But of course, if you made an effort to join the live chat, I love you so much for that. And thank you so much, guys. All of you that got to this point, drop some purple hearts emoji in the comment section of the video so that I know you're one of my real G's. You know, you support me that much. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace. Bye.